This is going to be an attempt to just record what I've been able to accomplish in Palworld and more or less showcase my few bases that I have set up. And I don't know if I'll do any special editing or not. So I'm really hoping I can do this all completely raw. There's a handful of things that I feel is just never explained. You gotta build within the blue circle, otherwise you have to change all the settings, and man, this useless stupid thing. So Astral Frost Cavern is the only, like, the first time this PAL Expeditions becomes even relevant for you to do this. You have to have done the tower for the PAL Genetic Research Unit to unlock being able to do it. And it's literally just so you can get ancient civilization cores. Nothing else on this list really matters. The PAL manuscripts are neat, but really just there's nothing else to this, and they want you to make this early in the game. So there's just a handful of things I want to talk about, obviously, and I am just really hoping this will work out. If the item you want to deposit using this is at max stack already, or there be a max stack, if every stack available is a max stack, it will not transfer the item to whatever chest already contains that item. It will instead just stick you with whatever amount is. I planned on having 2 more breeding pens in here. I specifically wanted to have nothing in process of being bred for just the purposes of making this little video. The skill fruit tree. I'm sure there's people who have done a larger base of specifically for the skill fruit trees, and this really grinds my gears. If you do not position yourself to be able to collect the skill fruit, the game will just be like, oh, here's the skill fruit tree. Well, if you select the skill fruit tree while it's in this state, you can do that, I guess, but why? Allow transport by PALs, I'm sure is like pretty good to do, and you have to do that on each tree. I just... This is the only thing that really makes this manageable, and I'm going to have to come back and do this to every tree because I don't want to have this video go long just because I spent time, and I'd like to not have to edit all this. That would definitely make my life a lot easier. So there's Curtain Splash. The videos I came across tell me about Wall Splash. I can't get Wall Splash, or at least I've not yet gotten Wall Splash. If that exists, I have not seen it. And then this is the thing that makes or breaks whether or not you should build a base at a particular location, in my opinion. Obviously, in this location, I have access to 3. And building around some of these rocks took some creative placements of base foundation. And this is more vitally important than I thought it would have been. I actually don't know how else to get these other than buying with gold or crafting them yourself. But the low-grade medical supplies and the medical supplies, you can just go farm in human NPC enemies for those. This is the second base I built, and I am just currently like in the process of eliminating it. I don't know if I should even include this in my video, but it is a base I have built right now, and ever since the crude oil thing, like, I didn't know about the crude oil thing until recently. So that's the only reason why I was working on breaking this base down. This took me a lot of time, and I was really proud of this. Like, because of crude oil, I get to blow this up. I was actually hoping these would have despawned by now. Those are literally just humans I accidentally caught, but like the enemy humans. But yeah, this is the second attempt I made at building a base with the intent to make use of every bit of that space available. I'd say I did a pretty good job. If you want to know how to get a ramp set up, here you go. These assignment boards are invaluable. Completely invaluable. Especially for breeding pals. And then I've got this base over here as Palworld decided. The only handful of places where there be 3 oil nodes in like within an area for you to build a base, you basically have like what, 4 choices. 2 on each of these special islands, these tropical islands. There's plenty of them theoretically, but there's not enough. And then this spot over here with the volcano coast. And as far as I know, there's no other place where there is a triple oil extraction. I tried doing the double extraction thing. I'm not going to. And this tree is horrible. I wanted to do more with this location, but what I'll end up probably doing after I blow up the other base that I was doing as a main base is I'll probably come back to either this island or go to the other islands, one of the other islands, and make a super base right here. I don't know. One of the things I like to do is build in a remote location, and whenever there's a teleport point like this, that is not a remote location. So it really just doesn't feel good to have the ability to build your base right next to a teleport point when you could already just teleport to the base. I'm really surprised they didn't do the thing with the oil nodes that they did with the other farming nodes. So like, you can just set these up and there's one for each different material, but the pals just don't collect from these unless they're in a convenient place. These mouse, I've got them fully upgraded, and I should not need this many mouse. I've got 8 of them here. They're all maxed out in stars. 16,000 is just nothing. Here I've got 21,000 more gold. That's nothing. I really hope Palworld does something about the oil nodes, because like the ability to build a base is really cool, but I don't want to feel like I have to build in a specific location. And sure, you could only just have one base on a crude oil point. There's other ways you could get crude oil, but that's beside the point. Like, why can't I just have an extractor thing, or have a pal that can extract oil and be able to just let it be at a particular spot and not have to worry about object degradation? Like, it could be just a simple hitching post type object, and it just be this thing that you don't have to worry about degrading, or like degrades at a slower rate, and then like 1 or 2 pals can then be assigned to that hitching post. You still want to have a pal bed. You want to have some kind of container, but then like they could just be there and collect oil for you without having to do this extractor thing. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching.